So he's backing me both days then.
Huh?
He's backing me both days.
Bro, it's
Yes,
man's
bro.
doing the Sunday, innit?
Just a Sunday.
No, so I'm doing
Oh
my
yes,
thing
yes,
on the
yes,
Sunday.
yes.
I can only do a
We have to
Saturday
go on the
anyways,
Saturday.
innit?
You just have to go on the Saturday.
I can only obviously
But him
the
going on
other man
Sunday
can go
is
on the
just
Sunday.
greed.
You man can go on the Sunday as well.
But you said evening, innit?
Either day, fam.
Yeah, Saturday.
Bro,
Better be there Saturday, man.
you flip it, man.
Saturday is gonna be.
You see one way, yeah. This one way on steroids, bro.
With warm weather.
I didn't
I
even
don't even know what recess is, bro. I'll be real.
No
swear.
way. We gotta
Out the
get him.
mix.
We gotta get him warmed up, man.
Honestly, I should be like you.
You
fam.
mad buzzball in the sun.
Where is it?
Margate. Bar.
Kent
I
says.
don't even know that.
That's 2 hours from my bitch, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bar, bro.
far.
Seriously.
That's a
Kent is
journey.
quick, bro.
Try it. You could go through like a couple albums.
Nah.
So you don't really, you don't go out like that.
Nah,
You know what? No. Man, go out. But obviously, what was I doing that day? No, I was working. Yeah, and I was in the office.
Fair enough.
No, Dave is there for the Minister of Enjoyment.
Fam, that's when it starts. That's when summer starts. So.
What starts at
Recess,
recess.
bro, in Margate.
When
Kent.
is it?
May.
In May.
Yeah. May bank holiday.
May bank holiday weekend.
the damage like 60.
More than that.
Small.
Then 60.
The birthdays is the bills, bro.
But he's going both. He's trying to go both days.
No, it's 60. Yeah, one day is 60.
Yeah, one day is 60.
Yeah. Be there.
Better man than Margate, you know. Fun fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's too mad.
Need it.
You know what I mean? But anyway. We're back. Another episode of UTL with the man them. Obviously, you can see we got a special guest today, but we'll introduce him in a bit. But before that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I see the comments, man, are grilling me, saying that I'm always mashing up the test your touch.
Every week.
I'm trying, you feel me? It's not easy to be a ref. Oh, what's that guy? What's that you called?
Which one? David Coote.
David Coote.
Cutie.
Dark,
Hey,
man.
but I'm gonna introduce the man them.
That's so dark. I'm deep in it. What happened to him is dark.
dark, bro.
So dark.
Chain of events. Yo, I'm introduce the man them from right to left. Still gonna go on right. Minister of Enjoyment.
Minister
And so-
of Enjoyment, Captain Jambaz,
You know what I mean?
whatever nickname this guy's gonna make up for me. Win, lose or draw every week, right wing again. It's David again, man.
Yeah, man. Actually, I'm gonna go left side to the left wing.
It's your boy Jay. On you, man. Top. Lao.
Paparazzi.
Yeah.
Hey, and then in the middle, we got special guest today. You can see the drip today.
Yeah.
You get me? More motion in the building.
Mr. More Motion, otherwise known as Nicky or NGB. Let's do this.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Love for coming on. You get me? It's gonna be a good episode. And we got in the pivot, in the middle, FV, also known as Denzel FV. There, man. But every episode we start off with a segment called Test Your Touch. You get me? Where we test the man's football knowledge. I don't know what your ball knowledge is saying, it? But we can try. So the question I have today, I sent it to Moose just in case. You get me?
Bro.
Alright, cool. Today's question is: can you name any Arsenal player to have played for England since 2000?
Since 2000.
Yeah, so you're gonna have 60 seconds.
Any
to do-
Arsenal player. So
we have-
let's play
Well,
for
like, as
Arsenal.
many.
Yeah, as many as 60
As long as
seconds.
they've played for Arsenal, yeah? So they don't have to be there now, obviously, but
Yeah.
fine.
Any player to have played for
cool.
Arsenal.
yeah, this is where it starts getting funky now.
Yeah.
So they
starts
have had to
getting
be in an
funky.
Arsenal shirt when they were playing for England. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That makes sense, Allah.
Alright, cool, yeah,
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of, yeah,
I don't
okay.
know. Yeah, calm.
Kind
What do you
of.
mean, kind of,
No,
bro?
because okay, you're saying in an Arsenal shirt when they played for England. So if they played for England in a different shirt, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
But they have
But
played
they
for
played
Arsenal.
for Arsenal.
Doesn't even
Oh
know,
my
What's he saying to that?
bro.
Just in general, innit? Just in general, they play for
Yeah,
Arsenal.
Any player that's played for Arsenal
Calm.
and has played for England.
Man, too
Okay,
much
cool.
information going
Goodness
around.
me.
Alright, cool. They're gonna think I don't work school, fam. Alright, cool. Your time starts now.
Welbeck.
Correct.
Theo Walcott.
Correct.
Oxlade
Wait.
Chamberlain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3, 4.
Oxlade Chamberlain.
4.
Danny Welbeck.
5. Alright, man, I'm doing well.
Sol Campbell.
6.
Ashley Cole.
7.
Chai.
Martin Keown.
Yeah.
Martin
I was
Keown
gonna say
is
20 Adams.
not
That's on
there.
there. Did Gibbs play for
Ramsdale.
England?
Ramsdale.
Ramsdale 8.
Gibbs, yeah, Kieran Gibbs.
Yeah, Kieran Gibbs 9. It's 2000, innit?
Carl Jenkinson.
Oh,
Played for England.
He has one cap, man.
10.
He has one
No
cap.
way.
He has one cap, bro.
Did we
Yeah.
say Wilshere already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
this is crazy. Arsenal English.
I think there's 19,
Saka,
Yeah, Saka.
Oh yeah.
Emil Smith Rowe.
12,
Miles Lewis Skelly.
13,
Ainsley Maitland-Niles.
14. Great
Mm.
shot. I think there's
Um,
around like 5 left.
England, you know. Nketiah.
Smith Rowe.
Did they say that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Smith Rowe.
We said Eddie
And
already.
Nketiah.
Eddie Nketiah.
Yeah. 16.
Oh, surname's
Time. You might don't
15.
actually alright, to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go through them
not
still.
too bad. Oh.
Make sure you try this at home as well, by the way. Alright, cool. So you got Skelly, that's the most recent. Then before him was Nkets. Then Rice, because obviously you joined him.
Oh,
So
yeah,
we didn't
Declan
say
Rice.
Rice.
You didn't say Rice?
Yeah, we did say Rice.
man,
Oh, yeah.
Brad.
And Ben White as well.
He ain't played for a minute though.
He's only got 2 caps, you know.
Yeah, it's been 3
Mm.
years.
And then obviously Ramsdale, Smith Rowe, Saka, Maitland-Niles got 5 caps, you know.
Yeah.
Callum Chambers, another one,
Wow.
I said he played for England.
got 3 caps. Danny Welbeck, 16 caps. Thought he would have more for him.
Mm.
Cal Jenkinson, 1 cap. Chamberlain with 27. Jack Wilshere, Kieran Gibbs with 10. Walcott. Then you have Francis Jeffers with 1 cap
Oh my
in
gosh.
2003. Sol Campbell, 29 caps. Richard Wright with 1 cap. And Ashley Cole, 52 caps.
Not
He
bad.
man done alright, to be
Not
fair,
bad.
but not getting Declan Rice is breezy.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah,
Nah,
we
But-
said it.
that's a bit mad.
yeah, man, let us know how you done in the comments. And yeah, but let's get into the episode, man. Obviously, Nicky's come today, got a brazy story, man. Football, more motion. It's time to talk about it, man. But how are you anyways, though, man?
I'm alright, man.
Yeah,
It's been a decent week. Just
Mm.
working standard.
but busy week, man.
Busy week, man. Every week's a busy week.
Yeah, we'll get into that stuff, though. But first, as you know, you kick ball, so we want to know about all of that stuff first. We're going to talk about the ball side of things first, innit? So
Yeah.
getting into ball, how's that come about? Like,
I grew up around a lot of Ghanaians, obviously. Ghanaians love football. Funny enough, the first ever team I supported was Liverpool. So I used to watch
first ever team I
You're
supported
cold.
you.
You're cold.
So man was changing up. Man was changing and that.
He's cold still. He knows ball.
hopscotching until I found my love, innit? But yeah, so obviously these times was like box TVs and that Freeview.
Yeah.
Dark times,
ITV
but-
One, BBC One.
Yeah.
Dark.
So match of the day, these times it was like Gerard, them guys there, innit?
Yeah.
And so obviously I support Liverpool. Grew up, supported Chelsea for like a season. I can't
Actually, he went on loan.
He went on loan quickly still.
That's
And
crazy.
then-
For a season, you know.
and then obviously I supported Arsenal.
I know you see that. You see that scene.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Chelsea,
Typical,
Arsenal.
typical.
That's Benayoun.
Typical.
Benayoun, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, man, and I've just been kicking ball for as long as I can remember, like just in
Mm.
the hallways at home, growing up. Primary school,
Mm.
same thing. And then
but them times though, were you like ripping it? Like,
yeah. You know what it is like. Funny enough, like I've always been a naturally gifted player, so
Mm.
yeah, man. I'd like to say that growing up was the best of my primary throughout the whole time was
So
my year anyway.
in primary, you playing up? Or?
Yeah. From when I was in year 2, year 3, I used to play with the year 6.
No way.
Shy.
Year
Shout out,
2, you know.
year two.
Yeah, it's mad.
Imagine.
It's mad.
Yeah, too, bro.
Imagine.
Yeah,
Crazy,
because
bro.
obviously, like, I used to live close to my primary school at the time. So
Mm.
after school, when I was like old enough to go home by myself, like I'll just watch them train and that,
Mm.
and then shout out Chris Parkinson,
Mm.
my primary school coach. He died, but
Mm.
I think one day, like he seen me watching for weeks, not even weeks, like maybe like a month.
Yeah.
And one day he was like, next training session that you're gonna jump in,
Mm.
whatever. So I've come, then I just started training with them. I didn't look too out of place, apart from like obviously physically.
Yeah.
But that's something that they just overlooked. And then I think I played the first time I played my primary school at some like indoor tournament, innit?
Mm.
And yeah, and then just kind of went on there.
Okay, so you're younger than everyone and you're doing your thing. So, like, how did you ever think about like going pro these times, or you just playing?
No,
For
like
fun.
obviously, these times everyone just plays football for fun, innit? It's just like you grow up, everyone just plays football because it's what you see on TV. It's what
Yeah.
everyone wants to kind of be. Well, obviously you're not thinking that ahead at the time. You're just doing it because you enjoy it, innit?
So when did you like start getting into like teams and stuff like that now?
I think when I was in like year 3 even, I went to some guy from my church. Obviously I didn't know nothing about teams, innit? I'm just playing my school, like that's like the highest level I knew at the time sort of thing, innit? So someone from my church, so I used to play tournaments for my church as well. And then one of the older kids' dads told my mum to bring me to the team, Clissold. So from like year 3, I was playing for Clissold.
Was that
and
like
then
Sunday league?
yeah. Literally Sunday league. And then from there I met Sean. And then from there I met Ayo, that one of Iwobi's good friends who I still speak to today. And he took me to so many clubs, like loads of clubs. But at the time, it's like none of these clubs are that local. It's not like it's around the corner.
Like, these pro clubs, yeah?
Yeah.
So what kind of clubs was he?
I was at Chelsea, Norwich, loads.
Was that trials, yeah?
Yeah. But I went Chelsea for one day and they wanted to offer me, but not even offer me, but like obviously you're too young to sign, so it's like you're just playing matches you know what I'm saying? So you're training once a week and then you're playing matches on the weekend. But these times it's like I couldn't even make it to training because my mum's working.
So where are you from that was making it so long?
I grew up in the East, innit? So I can't even remember, but this was when I was like 7.
Eastern Cobham is a bot, man.
Yeah.
But do you remember like any like players that were at these clubs that you was going that are still playing ball now? Or
I actually
not really?
don't, you know.
Yeah, just too young,
like,
innit?
You know what it is? Like you're that young, you don't even remember faces. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I hear it still.
And then obviously from there, it's like my mum couldn't take me. It was just a myth, innit? So until I was like old enough to travel for myself, like even going to clubs was tough. But Norwich came about when I was in like year 4, year 5. And one of the scouts, Jay Marshall and Arkell, would like pick me up from school, take me to Liverpool Street Station, take me to Norwich, bring me back. Obviously, like they were black as well. They just kind of saw it as a way that they could kind of help out my mum, and, like give me like a good chance to try and make it. So, obviously, shout out to them. I was at Norwich for like a year or 2. Come like year 7, said that they didn't want me anymore. I was mad. How
was you feeling that time? So you're in year 4, year 5, you're just playing football all the time. And Norwich are saying that, they don't want you no more. So what are you feeling like? Do you not care?
I think that actually happened in year 6 because then Ayo sent me to Reading. Reading literally off. I went to Reading during the summer with Sean. They obviously said that they wanted to sign me, but I remember on the signing day, they didn't even communicate with my mum, and like that was like a mad sacrifice for my mum, innit? Even at the time, like I don't even know how we're gonna work it out because it's like, we're gonna go sign, but what happens after that? Like you have to still work. So we turned up, and literally no one was in because of the weather. So we kind of brushed Reading, and then until I was like actually old enough to travel by myself, let me just keep playing ball for fun type thing.
That's one thing we need to chat about though. Like, bro, these clubs, because African parents, a lot of them don't really know much about this ball thing, especially in this country, innit? But like, not many clubs offer like advice and support and all of them kind of things though. Jay, what's your like thoughts on that kind of stuff?
That's how it is, innit? And that's why like, there's bare men that are like young, there's bare black footballers that are young and like, they're good and that, innit? And successful and they got ability, but they're just not locked in. Their parents don't know enough. And then, because football's a weird one where if you don't know enough, you'll get swallowed up, you know? Because people will tell you stuff and it's like, they don't have your best interest at heart. Everyone's kind of looking out for themselves. So, and a lot of these parents don't know the ins and out and that. And then that's when, you know, they get koalas. They say, do this or do that.
But then on the flip side, it's not even, like, my personal experiences anyway, like, it's not even the parents not knowing enough. I just feel like it's circumstances, innit? Obviously, a lot of us grew up in like single parent households, and it's like if your mum's not working, then how are the kids going to be catered for? So it's like you kind of have to prioritize like the survival of yourself, the kids, the house before helping your child pursue a career. So it's like, at the time, it was like, cool, I'm just going to keep training and keep enjoying ball, because obviously growing up is all you kind of know. And then, like I said, obviously when I was old enough to travel by myself, that's when the ball really started rolling.
I was even having arguments with Buick the whole week of last week. You know that debate that I was having about guys that come up from like households like that, is it harder for them to make it in the sporting? And he was coming on the angle like, bro, like everyone has kind of circumstances. So is it? What was you saying? Like, nah, bro. I wasn't saying that, bro. I was saying just like in general, like circumstances, bro. Like certain people have it harder to grow up, and I was saying that it's more impressive when they make it. You're saying now because everyone has their angles. What do you think about that?
1,000,000%, like, bro. Circumstances play a massive part. If like someone, for example, may not be able to take you to training, or like you can't play matches consistently, you don't have transport back and forth, like, a club will just say, all right, cool, then they'll just release you.
But is it more impressive when they make it?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, no,
because
100%,
some people, again,
100%.
like the people, if there's not people to take them to and through games, like that's another obstacle amongst how many different obstacles people might have at home. So for them to come out the other side, and bro, you know, everyone knows the percentages of people actually making it. For them to come out the side and actually make it, it's definitely going to be more impressive. So
anyway, so from then you're old enough to now go to football on your ones. So then what's going on around these times now? It's like year 7 now, isn't it? Year 6, year 7.
So like year 7, year 8. Yeah,
seven,
like,
year.
obviously, what was I even doing year 7 times? I don't remember if I still played for Clissold. Obviously, every time that I couldn't actually sign for a club, I'd just go back play for Clissold. But when you hit year 7, it's like you have a bit more independence. Like you're around more people. You're in secondary school now. Like you have different priorities, innit?
How was you like year 7, year 8? Were you calm?
No,
in
like
school,
obviously, yeah, like obviously I'm a smart kid. I was proper smart, like naturally as well. Obviously, just like anyone, it's like you're just like, you know what I mean. You're going through puberty, innit?
Just on some nonsense.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're seeing girls you ain't ever seen before. Even though now I'm looking at the girls I went to my school, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But
the trajectory of girls in school, some of them, do you know what it is?
someone peak early.
Those that peak from early,
it's still not allowed. The ones that peak like your 8 year
Paul's
9,
boutique and that.
they have to peak late.
Paul's boutique.
They have Paul's boutique and that. Year 7, year 8.
That's such a pro, man.
And the shiny kickers. Yeah, man.
The shiny kickers, yo.
And the duffel bags start coming
duffel
through.
bags,
Yo, if you had the shiny kickers, you.
And the guys that were up early with the YMCB hats and that.
Obeying that.
Obey.
New era belt.
New era belt.
we're too
Them
young
guys,
for
what they
this
doing now?
conversation.
Type thing.
Bro.
What, it was like that in your heads?
That was like more primary school, innit? You look like
Oh yeah, because I'm a bit older, innit? That's one with the new era belts and that.
Crazy. That's nuts.
That is nuts, yeah, bro.
That's
I
nuts.
knew era belt was wavy, but go on. Yeah.
So let me just fast forward to like year 9.
Yeah.
I genuinely, like, from year 7 to year 8 was like a blur. Like,
You just can't remember.
like I was still playing football, but it's like I don't think I was enjoying it as much. Like I wake up late, not want to go, whatever, rare. And then come like year 9 times, it's like I'm actually deep into myself. I actually want to make it in ball. So I'm going to train by myself all the time. Like obviously I'm here with my boy. My boy used to come with me sometimes. Some of my other friends from my school would come as well. And I remember one time, one of my friends, Ezra, he's told me to come training because there's going to be some guy there called Alex. And so I've got there like an hour early, innit? Because I like to do my own thing, work on like dribbling, whatever, shooting. And Alex told me to come train, but if you know Alex, like if you're meeting Alex for the first time, like this guy can be the biggest prick. But like obviously Ezra put in a good work, like Ezra put in a mad word for me. He's like, he's one of the best, like he's one of the best in the ends of the.
What is what coach? Is he a coach?
Who, Ezra?
No, Alex.
Alex, yeah.
What,
He's
just
a coach,
hard
bro.
type thing.
Like the guy. Obviously, like if you're like in his like bubble, like he's the funniest, nicest guy ever. But if you're new, it's like he's just gonna dismiss you unless you can show him what you can do. So it's like cool. We started training, and obviously what we're doing, I can't remember exactly. This was a while ago, but I'm assuming it was like we started off with possession, maybe like a bit of like attack v defense, and like he's seen me for like 5 minutes, and he's like, hey, you come here. What's your name again? Nicky. what club you want to go to? I got Peterborough, I got Reading, I got Norwich, I'm thinking, like, I haven't heard these names since I was in primary school. You know what I'm saying? So obviously at the time, it's like you're gonna take all of these things with a pinch of salt, because you get to year 9, like you get people that'll turn up on the side of like an Astro pitch with a jacket, pretending to be a scout. Man United or whatever. So it's like,
and then everyone's trying the hardest. Them man are shouting for no reason. Them man are doing skills and they should be letting it off.
So it's like, at the time, I'm just like, actually no, to be fair, Alex, I did believe him, because my other friend called Darren, he was mad secretive. Like, I'll just see him in like a Wolves kit 1 week, and then I'll see him in a Man United kit. I'm saying, bro, who's your link? But you need to put me on. I'm trying to link it. So obviously, when he's saying this, I'm like, oh, I've already been to Norwich, already been to Reading. I don't really want to go there. So he's made me go Reading like 2-3 days later. Obviously, I'm familiarized with like all of the other coaches that were there, obviously, when I was like growing up and that. But then I kind of had my heart on Peterborough, because it's like not too far. It's out of London, which is what I've kind of always wanted. It's like an hour away from London.
Not bad.
Yeah. What's it near? Near what's
like near Cambridge.
Yeah,
kind of
near
close,
Cambridge,
like left.
side.
Oh, I thought Peterborough was quick. You know, I never knew.
No,
That's not so bad.
slow play. So obviously he said that I've gone up to Peterborough for like some trial game, and I know like when he's mentioned that, I'm just thinking I don't even want to go no more, because trial games and that is dead, bro. Like you're turning up, you're playing against guys who got ballies on, like they got flipping. Oh no, it's mad. So obviously I've gone there anyway, and it was like, so the initial game, I played 2 games. The initial game was like trialist, whatever, and then they'll pick like the best of the bunch. Obviously I went through to that, so Sam Gockran pulled me and like 2-3 other players to the side. He's like, who did you come with, your parents, your agent? Like, I need a number, whatever. So then we got processed into the next stage. The next stage was like a game against the like more fringe players that they're trying to get rid of. And then we beat them.
That's dark, by the way.
Fringe players. No, it's dark. It's dark. But you know what it is though? Sometimes it's like some of these players progress further from like them games, innit? Because it's like they're like, bro, I need to start like, buckling up. Like, I proper got a point to prove, innit?
Yeah.
So we played against them. We beat them. I think I scored. So the first game, I can't remember how many.
What position you play?
Winger, striker.
Okay.
How greedy.
Quick.
How greedy. How greedy.
Quick, yeah.
And then obviously first game, don't know how many goals I scored, but maybe like actually
rude. I don't even know.
Imagine
that. Nah, I don't even know. I don't even remember.
Like, you're playing against guys that probably don't even care about ball. Like, you know what I mean? And then the next game against the academy, I think we beat them like 3-2, like slide attack game. But
you man beat them, fam.
Yeah. No. So I think I scored twice and like assisted. But I was playing 10 that game, and I didn't really want to play 10. But it's like you're not gonna say that in like a professional environment. So I was like, cool, yeah, I play.
Versatility is key them time, man.
And then obviously they've pulled me in for pre-season, and then they signed me after like 2-3 weeks. Kind of went on from there.
How was you feeling them times though? So obviously you've gone to Reading, you've gone to Norwich, and has it really worked out? But now you're actually in.
Yeah, like obviously, and I knew that from young. It was like factors that I couldn't control. Like I'm like 8 years old. I don't even know how to navigate around London, let alone like outside of London. So it's like when I got old enough to be able to travel for myself, I was like, okay, cool. I need to really step on the gas type thing. So when Peterborough kind of got sealed, that I was happy because it's not too far, it's not too close, like it was so perfect. And then like the characters at the club obviously helped me like just feel like a part of them from day one. Shout out to Ricky, Flynn, Sean, etc. And yeah, like we went on to do mad things. I think everyone in my scholar when I was second year, every single one of us made it pro.
Okay.
So yeah, no, it was good. We won the league twice.
Was there any is there anyone that were at Peterborough them times that are doing that?
Yeah. Ricky, he even came to one of your events as well. That's like my proper guy. My proper guy. Even Flynn at the time as well, when we were coming through, he was probably like, I want to say Ricky started more involved in the first team, and then Flynn came through and that.
Was he there in Peterborough now?
What, Flynn?
Ricky.
Yeah. Okay. Ricky J Jones. Yeah, Ricky's still there. Flynn isn't there anymore. Flynn got moved to Norwich. I actually played against him. I went to Sunderland. Yeah, no, we had a proper squad, man. We had a proper good team. So.
Did you live in Peterborough? Or
Yeah.
And what was it like being away from home as well?
I think initially for me it was a mad transition because it's like you're moving into a quiet area. I'm living in digs, and it's like at the time I had problems with my digs lady.
Man, what was going on there?
So it's like cool. So obviously I've gone there and I had a tattoo from young, and like she's seen my tattoo innit, and she just like she was a bit cheeky, and like at the time like just growing up in the age you're gonna think someone's like trying to draw you out because you're black or whatever innit. So I remember one time I didn't even tell her I didn't like her food. So the next week I just brought up like a mad pot of jollof, and I just kind of put her food to the side, and then I warmed up the jollof and I ate in front of her, and she told the club that like she don't want me to live there no more.
What? Wait, I don't even. What's the
Nah, so like obviously cool. So
thing, bro.
No, but like
cool. So obviously the first day that I got to her house, she like called. There was 3 of us living there. She called all of us down for like a house meeting, innit? Just to like explain the house rules and all of these things. And then I've come down in a vest, shorts. I think I had a do-rag on at the time. So I was like, I'm just looking at the stereotype. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just looking at the stereotype.
Oh my days.
So obviously, I'm moving about bears because I ain't ever lived with dogs. Like, the dogs are just sniffing at everyone, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? So like, as I move like that,
that's you.
She's seen my tattoo at the time, innit? And then she's like, oh, you're gonna be my cheeky one. And then I've kind of given her like that look. Like, what do you mean by that? Because my other teammates there were white, innit? And then obviously I'm the only black guy. So like, I'm just kind of
that's what they're trying to do.
I'm just like, but then funny enough, like it turned out that me and her became mad close. Not like that. me and her became mad close. And she said that I came from being like her worst ever player, like dealing with. Like, I remember there was one party. One of my friends used to go out with a girl that used to live on the road, innit? So he used to come up from London and then buck her and then buck me. And then one time, like on the night before training, he's like, how there's a motive. So I told my teammate to tell her that I'm just gonna go Tesco and coming back. So I've gone. I'm gone for like 5 hours, and she's just belling off my phone. And obviously, like if I'm not answering the call, like you're gonna think something's happened to me. Like, I'm obviously under your supervision and all these things. But when I've got back, it's at 2-3 a.m. and she's still awake, and she's opened the door. No, obviously I had to ring in it because she took away my key like before.
This sounded like a
Tracy dumping girl, man. Yo,
sounded nuts.
So
bro.
obviously, like she's like taking away my key. So obviously, as I've come through now, she's like, "Hey, you get in." And I was like, "Get the fuck out of the way!" And I just went upstairs. And then the next day, I got called in for a meeting, and the academy manager at the time, Scarfy, like he's just gone off at me. He's like, "You weren't a good fucking player. They sent you back to London." Shit.
So when she called you a cheeky one, she was even a rat.
She was even a rat.
Living to the stereotype.
She got there for the tattoo.
But you know what it is? Like, obviously, at the time, it was like, for me, it was just a mad transition, innit? So I think after that, it's like, that was during pre-season as well. So I was scoring, like, we were doing mad well, innit? Like, we beat West Ham, bagged, whatever. Like, I'm training first team as a 16-year-old, all of these things and that. So it's like, the club kind of saw me as like a valuable asset. So it's like, as much as like I was kind of a bit like still London-ishy, they kind of had to protect me in a sense, innit? So, so I think after that meeting with the academy manager, that's sort of when I just thought to myself, like, yo, I can't lie, man's actually got something that a lot of people that I grew up with like would love to have. So let me just lock in. And then after that, me and her became mad tight. Like, we'll just stay up watching like Love Island, Naked Attraction. Like, sounds a bit mad, but like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like obviously, like now we grew up proper bond, innit? Like, and then even like last year, I went to go watch a game, and me and her were just chatting for like an hour, and it's like, it's just mad, innit? Because she's gone from pretty much hating me and wanting me at the house to like basically treat me like her own son.
I
Type
don't
thing,
know,
you
I
know what I
rate
mean?
that still. But it's mad though, like when someone has talent, they could kind of get away with a bit
yeah.
more things.
million-
Like,
a
You can get away with a bit more.
A million
Talent,
percent, a million
of course you
yeah,
percent.
it's
still.
mad
Of course you
still.
can.
But obviously I want to go and get into the more motion stuff, so I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
speed
yeah.
through this part. But yeah, so Peterborough, cool. So how long are you there for? How's it? What's going on there?
So I was at Peterborough for 4 years.
Mm,
Ended up not getting a pro.
mm,
And from there, like I went on to just bare clubs, but obviously I had like 4 torn ligaments in my ankle, so that kind of like hindered me.
oh no way. So just quickly. So Peterborough didn't get offered the pro. So what are you thinking, bro? Like,
Yeah,
thought,
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah. Because it's like you build yourself up, and then it's like you're just back to square one.
So like, because I want the viewers to get more of an idea of what it's like to not be given a pro for, like, because obviously you're in your mind you're gonna be a footballer. Now you're like a lot of probably thoughts of going through your mind. So what was it?
Yeah. So let me just speed through this quick. So for me, it's like the first season, it got cut short because of COVID. I think at the time, I was the first year, I had like 7 goals, like 10 assists. Second season, like 17 goals, 11 assists. So for me, it's like I kind of had the credentials to get a pro, but they kind of prioritized like some younger kid or whatever. But for me, I just felt mad hard done by. I just felt like I was back to square one.
Okay, cool. So after Peterborough,
Played in a live game for onside, and then
what's
I got-
onside?
onside's Alex's team, innit? So
Okay.
like from like year 9, he kind of like innovated and created like a little like showcase academy, and then
Was there any pros that have gone through that, or was it
yeah,
a few people getting trials on that?
yeah, no, loads, like so many people been signed,
Okay.
maybe like over 100 people been
That's
signed
scary,
from them.
still.
So now it's proper. But anyway, after that game, I was even playing my injury at the time. Scored like some mad left foot goal.
You was playing with injury.
Yeah.
Mad.
But like these times, I'm going gym every day. Like I'm just keeping myself right mentally. And then at the time, I hadn't even played football for time. Scored a goal, and then there was like I think like 12 clubs on me. But Sunderland wanted me in like 2 days. So when I went there, I was there for like 4 days, and then I had to come back to London, and then they
all the way up
offered me.
north,
no,
That's
it's mad.
far.
Flipping, all that.
Square.
No,
man.
yeah, it's mad. At the time, the Sunderland manager was Lee Johnson, and he proper liked like my style of play. I was 18 at the time, and yeah, and I was just quite confident in my play style and everything, and I scored as well on my debut, on my trial debut, and then my actual debut. And then obviously they offered me at the time. There was an option to sign at the end of the season for 3 years or sign now. But at the time, I'm thinking, bro, like, I don't have ball. Kind of messed up mentally. I need to play football.
Yeah.
So sometimes be patient, but everything happens for a reason, innit? I signed, and then he got sacked. Then, yeah, man.
Yeah, I was reading that like you had very different interests from abroad, and that. Why did you pick Sunderland then?
I've always had interest.
And what kind of interest was you getting as well? Like teams.
I had like Bologna, Rangers, club in Germany. I can't even remember. So many clubs. Loads of clubs. But I think for Sunderland, obviously I've gone there, and it's like the players at the time just made me feel at home. It was like Peterborough Part 2. So for me, it was like, and I scored as well. So like I already made a mad impression. Yeah. So I was just like, yeah, no, proper messed with the club. The facilities were mad as well. So I was like, yeah, no.
And if you could go back, would you change any, like, in terms of like picking clubs, decisions, in terms of, obviously you had bare interest, would you have picked another club? Because you're seeing that more ball is going abroad nowadays. Would you have explored that option?
You know what it is? Really? I feel like now it's a bit hard for me to answer that question because I don't have the same love for football. But at the time, I'd say Peterborough. I definitely should have went Germany. So definitely should have went Germany.
And what? You ain't got the same love for football. What's that due to though? Because we spoke about it prior before the thing. But
you know what it is, man. I just felt like I gave football kind of all I had. Football didn't give me that same energy back as much. Obviously, I still made it pro. So I guess that's something I can hold for the rest of the time. But I just feel like the transition from ball to more motion was so swift and it was so natural that I didn't really have time to think about ball anymore. So it's like, I just don't even think about
ball. So you feel like it was easier for you than other guys? Whereas
100%. Because a lot of my teammates, like, they're still either without a club, they don't know what they're doing themselves. Some of them are working in construction, others I don't know. Like, it's a bit mad. So genuinely, I feel blessed, but I probably wouldn't be in this position now had I not gone to play football in Canada, Vancouver.
And speak a bit about that. Not many guys get to go to even these places, let alone kick ball in these kind of countries. What was that like, kicking ball?
Obviously, firstly, Canada's not really a footballing country, but for me, it was like, I'm still playing football. I've gone there as like the star boy, obviously, with like the stats that I was putting up when I was obviously like the season before and the seasons before were like really good. So I've gone as a star boy, kind of left as a bit of a villain type shit.
Why though?
So I've helped someone that I knew from onside get like a pro. So I've held like a meeting with the club. Like, I've kind of gone there with like a lot of, not even a lot of credentials, but like they just kind of trusted my word, because like you can have credentials, but if you're not really showing it on a training pitch, obviously initially it was just like loads of training, loads of games, and like I'm just twisting these guys up. I've gone there, I've had meetings with like the club and everything, and they needed a striker. I've helped someone get a pro, and then he's come, he just caused like trouble in the club, like not even like behavior troubles, but just like discipline. Obviously at the time I had matured from what I was like initially at Peterborough, so it's like I was now a professional. He's caught me sleeping in meetings, he's turning up late, he's turning up in Crocs, he's just not really taking like his job
why are
seriously.
guys like this though? When you actually to talk about it, bro, man, them.
But you know what it is?
It's us, man, as well though. Man get opportunities and then they just move like that, fam.
Because it's like, imagine on a Monday you're just sitting at home, you're probably, obviously he was a bartender, but you're still playing football, and then on Tuesday you got a call saying on Wednesday you got to be in Canada, and it's like, for him everything just happened so quick. So it's like he didn't even have time to sort of allow it to marinate in his mind, or so he was kind of still the same guy. It was a bit like me initially, like actually moving up there. Obviously I was still playing there for like a year and a bit prior to like scholar times, but actually living there is completely different to going up and down.
Did you chat to him? Did you feel the type of way that, bro, man's giving you this opportunity, but you're just kind of mashing it up and it's ruining my reputation?
A million %. But then eventually, like, to be fair to the kid, like, it got to a point where it was like I got casted out the team anyway, so it's like we were just going out together and that. It was just like, we might as well make the most out of the time. Like, we were just like, bro,
Canada saying though, like,
literally, bro, we were just
I
like,
haven't been Canada. I'll be
we
real.
were just like, we're in a mad city. Not even like, we're not really playing. We're just training, going gym, and then it's like we got the rest of the day to ourselves. Like, let's just sort of explore and enjoy ourselves, innit? Obviously, if you're not getting the most out of like playing abroad, you might as well get life experiences out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hearing the Canadian accent and all of that.
Small. Bro, my accent's mad. I've lived there.
Crazy talent themselves as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you end up leaving Canada. So you're so More Motion starting to. How was that gone from there to like More Motion?
So I actually started More Motion like in Canada.
Okay.
So 2023, it's like July times, I think. I had the idea to start club brand. I'm just on pro clubs with my boys. I'm like 8 hours behind them. So 2 p.m. is like 10 p.m. in the UK.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, you don't want to start club brand. It was just like a mad rough idea. But one thing about me, like, if I'm gonna do something, I have to do it to a good degree.
And
so
where'd you get the inspo though? Like, was it just a random like?
So it's like, obviously, like when you live in Canada, you're exposed to like outlandish fashion. You know what I'm saying? So the first time I ever seen drawstrings this long was in Canada. The first time I seen people actually messing with flares heavy was in Canada. Like in the UK, it's just like night techs and like so many cuff stuff. So obviously that's kind of where I drew a lot of inspiration from to actually start the brand. And then it was a smooth transition. I think I probably planned it for like 2 months, and then it's like a lot of the time, especially with business, like you can't try to perfect something. You sometimes just gotta get in the ocean and get swimming. So it's like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna drop, and then I'm just gonna innovate and just keep innovating. And my friends were mad supportive. Obviously, my boy. I'm in Canada, the UK based brand. I need someone to help me ship orders. So my boy is shipping out so many orders and that. Yeah, that's.
So obviously, what made you trust your boy to be the one to work with? Because obviously everyone has someone. You get me?
Everyone needs
everyone needs help, man. Everyone's trying to do this thing on their own. Like, you gotta let the viewers know. Like,
you know what's mad? Obviously, it's it's like a kind of a coincidence blessing. So at the time, obviously I had like one babe I used to speak to when I was at Sunderland. And then like when you're in Canada, it's like you got bare time. I'm like, you know what, let me just rekindle with this one.
From Canada.
Bro, like, I bro, she's just giving me 9 games.
This one is pen pal.
Yeah, pen pal, man.
Long distance.
Long
But, like,
distance.
let me just get straight at it. She was not from Sunderland, she was from London.
Okay.
So obviously, my boys always like called me all the time. Every single club I've been at, like just checking on man, all these things. So it's like he hadn't even called me in months. So it's like this one time that he calls me, like a day before I'm ordering the bulk. I'm like, yeah, and I'm gonna order it to her yards. And then also she's gonna help me ship it out of that. He's like, brother, order it to mine. And then that's kind of where it just went. So it was like just mad natural, innit?
Yeah.
So, and ever since we've just been running it together.
And what would you say like the benefits of having someone help you out rather than doing this thing solo? Because society is just pushing everyone to just be like on their own thing without asking for help or to get or networking or whatever. So what would you say the benefits of having someone?
No, there's so many benefits. Obviously, like everyone's kind of got their own pool of network. I know people that he don't know. He knows people that I don't know. That kind of helps us in a sense. Obviously, just having like a second pair of eyes, ears, second brain. Like it helps you put together like better ideas and all of these things. If I'm not really messing with something, or if I'm messing with something and he's not, it's like, okay, cool. So what can we do to change it, or what can we do to better it? Type thing. You know, it's like that's how some of the biggest companies in the world, like obviously they have a good team. That's obviously what helps them run it.
And what would you say like the biggest challenges of like starting your own clothing?
Obviously with clothing, it's like for us personally, I wouldn't say that we took off quick because a lot of people think that, but it really weren't like that. Initially, it was like a lot of my friends supporting, and then once all your friends have supported, it's like, yo,
where does it go from here?
Where does it go from here?
Yeah,
so it's like,
innit?
So it's like I kind of had to step into like my marketing bag, my networking bag, kinda. Initially, I wasn't even at the forefront of my business. I never posted myself. I never added much personality to my brand.
But why is that? Was that because you're more low key type of person? Or?
Yeah, initially, funny enough, because it's like how I am now. It's like complete opposite. But it's like I grew up for a very long time with a footballer stigma, where footballers don't really post much unless it's like a little quote or like a football pic. So it's like I kind of had that personality and character from the get go, and then I think towards the back end of 2023, so like a month and a half into my business, starting the brand, I was like, nah, I'm gonna be at the forefront of my business, and I think that's been a huge reason. Like you look at other brands like Broken Planet, Cortez, all of these brands. It's like these owners have a personal brand and a business brand. It's like people actually resonate with their character and obviously what the message their brand is conveying.
I'm sorry that you said that though, because I feel like the media that kind of make footballers like they keep them in their shell, so they can't even express themselves too tough. So like when they retire, there's not much things that they can do. That's why I'm rating what like Olaina's doing, because now he set himself up to do stuff. Like for example, you see the Rabino stuff that he's always doing, bro. Rabino probably eventually gonna hit my mouth and say, "Yo, let's do something together," type thing. And then you're saying about how your personality's probably helped your business to grow as well. So I feel like people should take notes. But I wanted to ask you, so what have you found more challenging though? The owning your own business, clothing brand, or the football, the challenges of ball? Which ones do you think is more challenging?
I think the challenges are like there's two completely different worlds.
What's like similar challenges and or stuff that you've learned from both, or like one that's helped you?
So I'll say one thing I learned from ball, one thing I've learned from business. Well, no, I'll say one collective thing. Like you just can't let one opinion kind of diminish you, because one coach might think you're crap, another coach might think you're good. This person might like this track here, another person might hate it. But you know, like it doesn't mean that the majority or you won't get sales in general, or it won't be the staple product for your brand. You know what I'm saying?
I hear it. And how do you deal with like criticism? Because you know everyone has different, especially with clothing. I feel like bear man have their own different views and that. How do you take on board like, okay, cool, man, not really rock with that, or say something don't sell as quick as you wanted it to? How do you deal with all of that?
Like I said, like obviously I played football, so it's like you get criticised from your teammates, players, parents, coaches, criticise yourself. So it's something that I just take on the chin. If I believe in a product, then it's like, even if the majority of the world don't, if like 20% of my audience do, that's still selling a lot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Kind of just gotta have thick skin.
Yeah, nah. And obviously, what I've seen is that, see, ballers, they don't really rock bare different clothing, but I've seen bare ballers rocking your garms like Awobi.
Yeah.
I've seen you at Craven Cottage a few times, seen a few other ballers. Like, what's that like? Seeing guys on the TV rocking your garms and that. And big personality as well. Awobi has a big Snapchat following as well. So people are gonna see him rocking more motion and be like, yo, man's trying to rock that to you. What's that been like?
Yeah, no, it's amazing, man, because obviously I didn't make it to their level of football. So it's like I can still connect with Premier League in some sort of way. So for me, it's mad. And also because getting into the clothing brand thing, a lot of people are kind of lucky that they have a mad network. I had a decent network, but most of the people that I knew from before aren't people that are going to even help grow your business or be like figures that people can look up to and think, fuck, he's wearing it, so I'm gonna buy it. So I've had to grow everything. Like, even, bro, I've been watching your Snapchat stories for years, and it's like now, like, bro, now we're in the same room.
It's mad stuff.
It's all been organic.
Mad,
you know
mad. But and that leads on to, I'm gonna say, about flipping rappers, footballers. Who do you think has the most influence on UK fashion? Like, if you had the opportunity to give your garms to someone, who would it make more sense for to give it to you? Like?
I just think it depends on the level of rapper or footballer.
Cool. So say like the top of each.
So Ronaldo or like
let's say UK.
What, Saka or Sench?
Saka or Sench. Like, would you say Saka or Sench?
Bellingham, I think.
Bellingham or Sench.
Yeah.
Like, who do you?
I'd say Sench because he's more lifestyle-ish. Whereas like,
let's say Sancho. Nah, but in terms of that kind of angle, but in that type of angle, he's more influential though.
Sancho.
I'm avoiding.
No, 5 years ago, maybe in it, but now
but in
it's
terms
like,
of fashion, people would look towards Sancho.
I do hear you still. Yeah.
Bellingham, I would say.
Not now.
I would definitely still say Sench because he's more like lifestyle-ish, like, you know. Whereas footballers, I don't know, man. But I think for me, in a business sense, I can't explain it. It's just like instinctive, innit? But I think I'd go with Sench.
Okay, that's mad.
I agree still, only because like obviously music, it travels to more people, whereas footballers is like, if you don't really like football, then you're not really paying more attention to what they're.
But then at the same time, not every type of music travels.
Would you not say ballers? Would you not say Sench is bigger than Bellingham?
Sench is actually massive.
Wait, Sench is bigger than Bellingham?
No.
Okay, Sancho.
No.
Sancho.
No,
Sancho's
he's not bigger than him, but in a fashion sense, I think personally, Sench is more influential. Like, he will get you more sales than a footballer wearing your stuff.
You think?
Again, no, definitely. 100%. Because it's like, even when some of these footballers wear like your stuff, it's like, you might not see, not even just footballers, but anyone wears your stuff, it's like, you might not see sales directly, but what it does for your brand is it kind of puts like a very important figure in your brand. And it's like, the outside, as long as it's marketed well, can kind of feed into that and think, raw. Like, if he's wearing the clothes, then it kind of increases the value of it. Type thing, you get it.
Kind of difficult because one thing even that I've experienced, is that, see, ballers, they don't really post much.
Yeah.
So their thing is that people have to actually see them. I don't know how they're gonna see them, but
you gotta see them.
Like, even when I see Awobi post my stuff, I'm like,
yeah, that's big, bro. I don't think you understand how big that is, because my man's active on Snap and he's actively, it's not even just one piece, like different garms, and he's rocking it and that. So that's actually big still. But yeah, man. And what like brands and that have you been like taking inspo? Like, is there any, when you was growing up, is there any like brands that you rated that?
You know what it is? I think I haven't really ever had a favorite brand, but if there is one brand that I rated a lot, more like footballer times, was Essentials. But I want to say I take not too much inspo in clothes, but just like clothing brand personalities from like American.
Okay.
So like Jay and Mitt and like all Hollywood Shaq, all of these other guys.
Okay. And is there any baller that you would say that you would want to rock?
Neymar.
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 Is that
Neymar's my goat.
so bad?
You wanna know? I don't even watch football no more because he's playing in the Brazilian league. Them lot ain't even played in.
I forgot to ask you, like, why what, you just don't watch ball no more at all, fam?
Bro, I don't know, man. I just feel like business occupies a lot of my time, which is good. And I don't know, man. I don't really enjoy ball as much as I did because growing up was fun. When you get older, it's just mad political. So it's like I just kind of lost love for the game.
That's
It's mad.
That's
Like
the
I don't
truth,
even
innit?
enjoy watching Arsenal. Like if Arsenal beat Man City or someone mad, I'm just like, oh.
Is that because of how football's become more boring? Was that more?
Nah, yeah, definitely, man. It's boring because like I just like when you see someone like Ryan Cherky play, it's like this is what football is. This is fun. When you watch Neymar play, it's like he's gonna run at someone, and like that was like my style of play as well. So it's like when I'm seeing wingers just pass back, just like it's boring. It's boring to me. Like I don't find it exciting.
So you said Neymar, but is there any like UK ballers that you would like to rock?
Saka, I got close to getting
Saka. Saka, if you're watching this, son, hit up the more motion. Do you get me?
Trust me.
And where do you like? See, where do you want to take more motion or like?
I just think we just gotta keep innovating. Obviously, it would be nice to people always tell me that they can see us like opening a store and that would be brilliant. But for me, it's just keep growing, just keep getting more sales, keep getting it more out there, and naturally, all of the numbers and everything else that comes with numbers will follow.
Naturally,
man, that's what you have to mash work of the marketing and all that, because you're seeing bear man go crazy with the marketing.
No,
and
it's
that.
true.
Do you want to talk about the importance of marketing still? Because I've been seeing bare people do little bits
marketing
on that.
over products. Like you can have the worst product, but if it's marketed well, like there's people that don't even sell branded clothes, but because it's marketed well, it's like the value of it is so high that you could even sell like a blank t-shirt for like £4. People buy it. Marketing over product for sure.
Blank t-shirt for £4.
Yeah, not for real though. With
No,
what
people buy
Cortina's
it. It's
doing
true.
and that, I'm telling you,
People will buy it.
Marketing over product.
That's you still, and any like short-term plans for this summer, and for promotion for yourself as a person or anything.
Yeah, no, I've got like a few personal goals for this year. I've kind of checked off a lot of things.
Do you wanna share with them? Was it when they don't? The ones that you can share.
Personal.
Don't try to trip him up. Try to set him up. This guy's
cool. Like obviously, materialistic things aside, innit? Like that doesn't even matter. That's just kind of what just comes with like you working on yourself. But I need love, man. So, ladies, anyone watching? Yeah, man.
How old you?
21.
You got time, man. You got time.
You have to do the Miami and that first.
You have to suffer your first heartbreak. You have to suffer all of that first.
I've been there.
I've been there. I ain't been there, innit?
Yeah, dark for you still.
This guy.
25 and he hasn't been there.
This guy.
I've been there.
That's bad.
That's mad. That is very mad.
I don't feel like I go to the store. I don't need that store. When I get into it, straight good vibes, bro. No,
From start to finish.
Delusional.
Delusional.
That's some fairy tale stuff.
Yeah,
real talk. He lives in a fairy tale.
I know I get
man.
dark. I see the man that go for it. Man, they can't even eat. Man, they can't even sleep.
Don't sleep. Don't eat.
That's even leads to another one though. Like, do you feel like having someone there, does that help you with the business side of
me
things?
personally,
Even football, like, do you think it helps or not?
Yeah. Personally, yeah. Obviously, like a lot of people know me for like no.
Oh my god.
Cool. Obviously, a lot of people think that I just have a lot of women around me and that. But
I'm seeing bad girls and more motion.
More motion.
That's another question. How do you get all those girls and more motion, man?
They love
I
it.
remember the TikTok. I saw the models. I was like, oh my days.
Listen, I'm not too bad myself.
I just want to roll to a shoot, just chill. I'm gonna say I'm showing behind the scenes content. You know me, my god.
For me personally, I feel like as men, it's important that you have someone to sort of confide in. And honestly, women, especially like in a fashion sense, they can give you an opinion that you wouldn't even thought about. But like in a football sense, they'll tell you something dumb. It's like what you needed to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, so for example, when I got casted out the team in Canada, well, like even Sunderland, when things start so well and then manager got sacked and then start getting treated differently, it's like the girl will tell you, oh, that shit anyway. And it's like, but like, I probably needed to hear that.
Don't you need that comfort in, like, you know, like most of the top ballers, the top ones, like the Messi, Ronaldo, they always have someone, like their family people with it. The guys that are on this nonsense, I don't wanna mention the guys of nonsense. But them ones, look at their careers, innit? So do you not think there's a correlation? Like,
No, yeah, for sure. But again, like it just depends, innit? Like I just feel like everyone's situation is different. Sorry to give you a boring answer, but that's just the truth.
Media
innit?
trained, man.
He's
You know what I'm
Media
saying? Like,
trained.
very well trained.
Like I
Honestly.
just feel like everyone's situation is different, innit? Because I know guys that have a lot of women who are doing well for themselves. I know guys that have one girl who's loyal to the soil and ain't doing much.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm
for
trying to say? Like it's like it just depends, innit? But
Aye.
for me personally, like I always at least like having like a main squeeze, innit?
And then the sad ones as well.
that's a 2025 answer.
I didn't say that.
That's the main answer. So
2025 answers, you know,
2025
main
squeeze, main squeeze.
Why not girlfriend?
Fairs.
No,
Mhm.
Nah,
they
main,
all
main,
questions.
main, main, main.
Just wait.
When I hear
just
that
wait
click.
When I hear that click.
When I hear that click.
What about you, man? Though, Jay, what do you think?
Bro.
Business, and pleasure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
confidence.
it depends. Also, what Nicky was saying, it depends on the person, because some people can prioritize and balance and things, but other people, they struggle to balance. So one will have to give. Either the girl won't get the love that she needs, or the
Or
business
thing
will end up,
suffers, yeah.
suffering. So
That's the
Girls need
truth.
love. Someone walk up, bro. Like, bro, they need attention. So,
They do. That's the truth. That's
but the
honestly
maddest thing
truth.
is, yeah, that what they're attracted to. So they probably see you. Okay, he's doing his thing. He's got his brand. He used to kick ball. Like, this guy's doing his thing.
They'll come and distract you.
Cool now. So now you're in a relationship now, bro. They don't realize how much hours you put into more motion. You get. So when they're not getting the attention from the work side of
They
things,
probably think you're
they're
out here
on
just
you. But
doing
that's what they
nothing.
were attracted to
Yeah.
initially, fam. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
No, I think for me, obviously, luckily, I kind of have a job where it's like, if she's free, I'll just get her to just spend a day in the life with me. So she understands the conversations I need to have, the things I got to do. I make her package a few orders for me and that. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a proper part of it. Like, literally.
Guy's a worker. Hey, she's billing it. Billing it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
You
you're a
help me grow my
worker.
business still. You're not just there for the finer things.
Oh, for
innit?
real.
Nah, I rate that still, man. I rate that. But yeah, man. Arsenal. You said you're Arsenal
Yeah.
fan. What you saying? We're gonna end on that though. What you saying for the?
We're winning UCL, man.
He doesn't believe it, man. He's not even gonna watch it. He's not even gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
he's not
He'll
even
just check
gonna
the result and that.
That I'm watching still.
Yes.
That I'm watching still. Watching my boys, isn't it?
Live screening though. Someone said Effie's
Oh, yeah.
having a live screening still.
Say what announcement?
Arsenal versus Real Madrid. I'm telling you now, getting
Be a
the
very dark
getting the
night.
exclusive drop.
We'll be there.
It's on like what, Tuesday, 8th of April.
8th
8th of
Oh,
April.
That
You'll
could
be
be a
there.
very dark night.
April,
Yeah.
April, that's local, you
Local.
know.
Yeah.
2
After
weeks.
Ramadan, so you man, everyone's outside again. Everyone's welcome.
When's it?
Everyone's been
We'll be
welcome, but actually,
When is it? Tuesday.
yeah, Tuesday
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Tuesday still, but yeah, man, it's been a good episode. Insight to everything: football, business, and even love
Love.
from the
Love.
uncles. The man
Honestly.
they were giving you the drop on love. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, man, keep commenting. You get me? Keep sharing all of that. That's you till done.